Welcome to Ignite to Impact, a weekly podcast that explores what it takes to make your community, our nation, and the world a better place. You've tuned in to be inspired and enlightened as we pull back the curtain and dive into intimate and energetic conversations with achievers and doers. We are talking with leaders who are in the trenches making phenomenal changes through business, nonprofits, education, and the arts. Our goal? To encourage, motivate, and challenge you to the next level in leadership. Our goal? To encourage, motivate, and challenge you to go to the next level in leadership. Now, here's your host, Master Leadership Strategist, Dr. Geneva Williams.
I was asked to make remarks at a high school graduation not long ago. Oh, the place was brimming with excitement, energy, enthusiasm. And I spoke before this large crowd of parents, friends, families, principals, teachers, and of course, students. It reminded me that all across the country, many young people are graduating and making that transition from high school to some type of post-secondary education, universities, training, community colleges. So today on Ignite to Impact, I thought I'd talk with young people all over the country, as I did with that high school graduating class. I just think about all these young adults about to do their thing, get out there, ready to make a difference. So listen in while I'm talking mostly to those young people who are getting ready to make that transition. I'm hoping parents and friends and all kinds of folks will listen and remember and reflect on these wonderful young people. So now, young people, remember when you were kids? Did you play hide and seek? I did. So you know, that's a game that goes way back. Remember it? Hide and seek? You know, together with your friends, you pick someone called It who covers his or her eyes, stands at the tree or wall, and counts, while everyone else runs to find a good hiding space. Now, when the count gets to 10, It would try to find you, and if It did before you ran back and touched the tree or the wall, you'd be It. But today, what I remember about hide and seek is that the most attention-grabbing thing about the game was when the person who was It stood at the tree or wherever and yelled, "Ready or not, here I come." When you said that, you weren't really covering your eyes anymore. Though I know some of you peeked. I know I peeked. When you yelled, "Ready or not, here I come," you were announcing to everybody you need to be where you need to be, 'cause It is coming to find you. Ready or not, here I come. So let me take a moment to congratulate you, the class of 2017, and all the young people out there who are graduating this year or will graduate next year or perhaps graduated last year. Over the past couple of years, we are all so proud of you and wish you the best that life has to offer. I want to congratulate and say great job to your parents and family, because they too have contributed much to this feeling of celebration. A lot of people, adults, have made it their business to do whatever it takes to help you prepare for successful post-secondary education and life. Teachers and staff, and especially your advisors, all these adults have invested their time, talents, and money in you. Ready or not, here I come. Graduation from high school. As much as it is a celebration of what you've accomplished, It is an announcement that the game is about to begin. Your graduation announces that college is coming and independence is right around the corner. These things and many more opportunities and challenges, and before you, ready or not, here life comes. You just finished one game, kindergarten through high school. But in that game, somebody, probably several somebodies, held your hand, walked you through, took you to school, saw to it that you were dressed right and ate good, made sure you got up on time. Moving forward, the game is about becoming an adult. It's new and different, and it's coming, ready or not. Getting some good advice about what to expect in college life can help prepare you. So I decided to talk to some experts, people who have experienced the same situations that many of you young adults just graduating from high school on your way to the next transition, to the next big step, sure enough will meet these same situations in the next year. These experts are folk who've just graduated from high school, several of whom are in their second or third year of college, some who finished college. But most were graduates who sat in the seats that you just sat in this past May as you graduated from high school and have finished their freshman year. So I asked these experts, what would they say to you if they were standing here with me, if they had the opportunity to talk to you like we're talking now? Well, I had some candid conversations with them, and they shared information, advice, and tips. So the first thing they wanted me to pass on was that the first 2 semesters are the hardest because it's just you now, and you have to balance your personal life and your education. During the first year of college, new freedoms were discovered. You can choose what to do, when, and with whom. These graduates could get up and go to bed at any time, eat what and when they wanted to, depending on their money, could even party all day and night. Exciting. They also discovered that the freedom to stay up as late as you want on Monday night comes at the same time as the responsibility to do well on Tuesday morning's exam. One said, when I was a kid and dreamed about becoming an adult, all I thought about was, nobody's going to tell me anything no more. I can do my own thing. I didn't realize that doing my own thing also meant carrying my own weight, saving my own money, fixing my own problems. Making decisions about what to do, when to do it, and with whom is a challenging balancing act you'll all have to figure out, young people. Graduates who I talked to also said, be wise about your money. One young lady told me she spent so much money needlessly the first semester because, quote, I thought I was still with my parents, end quote. Ready or not, parents won't be there in the next room where you can just run in and say, hey, can you give me $5? You will have to manage your own money, probably for the first time ever. Now, all graduates said, go to class. Remember why you're in college, because it's easy to get distracted and put off things or procrastinate, especially if your classes are hard. And don't plan on partying as much as you think you want to. One graduate even said, quote, I learned the hard way. Partying is not going to make you money later on in life. I'm done with partying, end quote. Ready or not, the independence and the responsibility are coming. Your classmates told me to tell you to learn the balancing act. You'll have to, cause, ready or not, here it comes. The second thing that this group of young experts talked about was relationships. They said build a strong network of support. Professors, resident hall staff, tutors, friends, classmates. People you can talk things through with, get advice, ask questions, and all those supports that can help you stay on track. Use the resources of your school, tutoring, office hours, study aids. One young man told me, quote, first semester, I thought I didn't need any of those resources. I can do it all by myself. I now know there's never a time where I don't need help, end quote. You build relationships, they said. Don't just wait for things to come. One young lady told me, I found out there's no problem with me going up to a professor and asking what do I need to get a 3.5, a 4.0, and to check on my progress and understanding of the subject with my instructor every 2 or 3 weeks. In high school, it was the reverse. I usually depended on my teachers to come to me and tell me how I was doing and remind me to keep on pace. Making it my business to build relationships with all my professors helps me achieve my goals. This is your education, and you made a choice to go to the next step. So make the most of it by establishing those relationships. That will help you accomplish great things. Ready or not, here come those opportunities. So now the last thing everybody talked about was that every semester you'll likely go through the W. So imagine a W in your mind, okay? And so here's how they described the W. It's the highs and lows. So you start out happy, excited to be in school with all that freedom. Then you'll experience some bouts of depression and come down, and perhaps a little loneliness, feelings if I don't want to be here, and then you'll go back up, and then you'll perhaps come back down, and then you'll hit it again and go back up. So it's up and down, up and down. So they suggest to try to build strong support systems because the first year is really hard, getting adjusted to not being around your parents, and that transition, being independent and being on your own, is really difficult for a lot of people. One graduate said, when I went to college, the first thing that came to my mind was, I no longer have to, ... And then I filled everything else in. I no longer have to wash dishes. I no longer have to take out the trash, go to bed at a certain hour. Then, all of a sudden, things start to happen. Before, when stuff happened, I went to mom and dad and whoever and said, hey, bail me out, help me out. But then I looked around and, hey, my parents aren't here. And all of a sudden, wow, that's a significant void. But it's a void that has to be dealt with. Like the eagle that pushes its young out of the nest to fly. The young eaglets have never flown, but when pushed out, they got to do something. So they begin to furiously flap their wings, and soon they figure it out and fly. If they don't, they won't become eagles. In the game of hide and seek, the object is not to be it, because the fun in the game is not getting caught, someone not finding out where you are, or if they did, you being able to get back to the safe point. To do that and win, you had to make some decisions. Now, you may not have been thinking that way when you were young. That is, you were making strategic good decisions, but now the game is real. Ready or not, here life comes. You don't want to be it. If you decide you're going to party all the time, then you're going to be it. If you choose not to go to class, you're it. If you don't reach out and build relationships and strong support network, you'll get tagged, ready or not. But I'm so confident that you will seize opportunities with commitment and hard work, that you will find your niches and pursue them with passion and keep at it, no matter what challenges come to you, young people. Like the African proverb says, every morning in Africa, a gazelle wakes up. It knows it must outrun the fastest lion, or it will be killed. Every morning in Africa, a lion wakes up. It knows it must run faster than the slowest gazelle, or it will starve. It doesn't matter whether you're the lion or a gazelle. When the sun comes up, you better be running. Like the lion and the gazelle, when the sun comes up, be ready. Run to get your life. Life is 10% of what happens to you and 90% what you do with life. The key to success is to committing to making your dreams happen. Just do it. Remember Lauryn Hill's song? Boy, I wish I could sing, because I would sing it to you. But it goes something like, ready or not, here I come. Life's coming, and I'll be ready. Congratulations to all you young people out there. I'm looking for you to ignite to impact.
You've been listening to Ignite to Impact. Your host is Dr. Geneva Williams, an award-winning executive, facilitator, and master leadership strategist. Dr. Geneva is dedicated to inspiring others to get their leadership on and equipping the next generation with leadership tools and tips to help make the world a better place. Sign up to download Dr. Geneva's mini ebook on leadership. Get the show notes, links, and other resources at drgenevaspeaks.com. That's drgenevaspeaks.com. Thanks for listening. Please share the podcast to those in your community via Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, or Google+, and leave us a 5-star review in iTunes. When you do that, it helps others find the podcast easier. Send your questions or comments to info@drgenevaspeaks.com.